Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to my June favorites. My name is Gina, and yes, I'm in my car right now. And I'm going to give you a very brief explanation as to why I've decided I'm going to purposely actually film this favorites from my car. If you guys remember, when I had done my Sephora VIB sale recommendations video, I had kind of done it on the fly from my car, and I was very happy, but also really surprised that you guys were really excited about it, and you gave me really good feedback. And I, looking back, I actually really enjoyed filming that video as well that way. And I've kind of come to some really good conclusions kind of about my life and my relationship with YouTube. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to timestamp, I'm going to give you the time when I start actually talking about my monthly favorites, so that if you don't want to hear my explanation, you can just fast right on forward and go to that spot in the video. But, my life is so much different now than it was when I was living in Washington. And I've learned and kind of realized a couple of things. When I lived in Washington, my husband and I lived together, and we were together every day. And so filming my YouTube videos and planning for YouTube and all of those videos, that was something I was able to do kind of on my own. And it was a way for me to, not that I wanted a break from my husband, but it was a way for me to kind of do my own thing. And actually taking a break was good, because if you're around someone else for too much time, you might not continue to get along as well as my husband and I do. And so, so YouTube was definitely filled a desire for me, and I tremendously enjoyed doing it. Now that we're back in New York, my husband and I, we don't work together. And when I'm home and I'm not working, and when our schedules also coordinate that he's not working, I want to spend time with him. And so YouTube was becoming, and my videos were becoming a little bit resentful for me, because they were taking my time away from my husband and then also my family. When I was living in Washington, I didn't live near any of my family. And now I'm back here, and there's things going on, and activities and events and gatherings and get-togethers. And I realized that I have time to film videos when I'm on the road every day, 5 days a week. And so here I am in my car filming my June favorites for you. The other thing is, I was kind of starting to realize I kind of felt like I was just looking like everybody else. I would sit in front of the camera with the really good lighting and the really good sound and the awesome background, and I have a really good camera, and I would do my hair and I would do my makeup, and I realized that kind of wasn't my reality. Especially when it was one of my days off where I really wouldn't be wearing a lot of makeup naturally anyway, but yet I was having to kind of do myself up for the purpose of the video. And so what you see right here, this is like me. This is in between my job responsibilities on a particular day during the week, and I think my makeup's holding pretty well. It's pretty hot outside right now. My hair's looking pretty decent. Does it look the way it normally does in my videos? Not necessarily. And I'm kind of really okay with that, and I hope you guys are too. And let me know by giving the video a thumbs up that you're kind of okay with this, or maybe wait till the end and evaluate this particular video and decide at that point. But I'll keep doing it until people tell me they don't like it. And so this is kind of my reality. I'm not sitting here getting all done up and sitting in front of a camera in my beauty room. I'm in the middle of my real life. I've got things that I want to tell you about, even though I don't have all of the time that I would like. And so here we are in my car. Do you want to do some June favorites? I packed them. Yes, it's a Sephora bag. Everything is not from Sephora, but the bag is loaded. It was ironic because I was like, maybe this month I'm not going to film a monthly favorites because I just don't have the time, and I'm kind of running around, and I'll just keep vlogging instead. And I was like, but wait a minute, for the first time in a really long time, I have a lot of things to share. So this is going to be kind of random, and I realize I have some products like a number of lip products, for example, that are not going to all come out at the same time. So this literally will just be kind of randomly. And so here we go, some June favorites. I'm just going to pull out randomly. Oh yeah, this is a good one. I caved to the pressure of YouTube, and I picked up the Marc Jacobs bronzer in this rather large container, which I can't get out right now. Okay. Oh, it's got a bad mirror. I'm gonna flip it. Okay, so it's got this really cool like cover for the powder, which honestly I can't get rid of, but I really, really like. But I have to tell you, it consistently gets in my way. So here is the bronzer. Can you believe how big that is? This is a pricey bronzer. Apparently there is a collector's edition white casing for it. I was not that lucky. Mark did not decide to send me a PR package with the white collector's edition, limited edition, whatever. And so I'm gonna tell you that I like the black. This is a beautiful bronzer. This is a matte bronzer. I find that you can build up the level of coverage, and so it can be applied very lightly. You can build it up to be a little bit darker. I don't know, Mark is just, I don't know if that swatch is gonna show up. No, not too much, but it shows up beautifully on your face. Similar to the way my Hoola bronzer, you know, which is one of my most favorite ones ever. It swatches horribly, but on the face, it just applies so beautifully. So this is a matte bronzer. I've got another bronzer, I think, in here coming up. I don't remember. Oh yeah, there it is. This, I think I talked about this last month, so I'm just going to say really briefly, this is the Laura Mercier Matte Radiance Baked Powder. The one that we always talk about is the 01, which is the kind of the white highlighter looking one. I think I mentioned this last month. I don't remember. I don't remember what I had for breakfast this morning either, so it's entirely likely that I did talk about this last month. This is my other favorite bronzer right now that blends in beautifully. This one has a more of a marbled finish, and so it isn't 100% matte, but it's not like glittery or anything like that either. Beautiful, beautiful bronzer. And then just kind of depending what I'm doing, I may decide to do a matte, and then other days I may decide to do that kind of marbled shimmery sort of bronzer. Oh, actually, and I wore the Laura Mercier to my to Sesame Place, which I just vlogged, because I thought I'd be out in the sun and it required kind of a shimmery bronzer. The other thing I wore to Sesame Place, which I am loving this summer, I know everybody's talked about it before, I was definitely late to the train. This is the IT Cosmetics CC Plus Full Coverage Cream. This allows me to be a little bit sweaty and maintain my coverage because I've got splotchy skin, I've got scarring, etc. And so this is my summertime in the heat, doesn't wear funny foundation. I think it's a foundation. Honestly, you can't be full coverage and call yourself a CC cream. I guess it's a CC cream because it's an anti-aging hydrating serum, and so it is color correcting, which is what CC stands for. It's also got SPF 50. This is just wonder product for the summer. I'm sad because I most definitely will not be able to use that in the winter. Oh, I wanted to mention this. This is the Urban Decay All Nighter. This is kind of the travel size. I know everybody has talked about this before, but I have made the comment on more than one occasion that I don't really find a difference between makeup setting sprays. I kind of just feel like they blend your powders in nicely on the surface of your skin, and I don't think one is necessarily better than the other. But I just wanted to mention this quickly because it has the most amazing spray. If there is any difference I find between makeup setting sprays, it is the misting factor of the spray bottle. This mists beautifully. I want to say that I might cheat and might put other makeup setting sprays in here, but honestly, I don't even know. Maybe it is the formula. Maybe other formulas won't mist as well. I was thinking that I would just keep reusing the spray bottle because maybe it's the power of the spray bottle, but maybe it's the combination of bottle and formula. So I don't know. I'm now tending to favor this as a makeup setting spray, and especially in the summer, you need something that's gonna stick on you. Okay, these are phenomenal. These are the Tarte Rainforest, I think it's the Rainforest of the Sea lipsticks. Shoot, I will have the exact name down below. But I got 4 colors, and these are 2 of them. The other 2 are buried in my bag here somewhere. This is Lotta, which is kind of just a really pretty kind of brownie pink, but more brown than pink. This one is called Sunkissed, which is a beautiful kind of peachy pink, which is right there. These formulas are amazing. They are smooth and creamy with a little bit of shine. They stay put, don't dry out your lips. I love the colors. There are a lot of like nudes and some pinky mauves. I'll show you the other ones when they come up. But They're like $21. I bought 2. I was like, let me just get a couple. And then I went and I bought 2 more. And I'll show you the other ones. I guess if you keep watching, they're going to show up in the video. This is amazing. This looks like nothing. This was actually sent to me by a brand called Soap Sleeve. So what it is it feels like loofah gloves. You know, like when you, like shower gloves or like loofah sponges or whatever. So it's got some like grit to it. What you do with this is there are little pockets here and little pockets here and I think another little pocket here. What you can do is strategically put soap bars in here and then use this to clean on your back. And if you're like me, your bra strap or your sports bra strap in the middle of your back, I am itchy like a monkey back there. It's awful. Like my husband will like touch me on my back and I'm like, okay, please go ahead and scratch right in that spot. And so it's difficult to wash back there. I mean, I'm a clean person. I'm not saying I'm a dirty person, but perhaps it needs to be cleaned a little bit better. And this is, I've tried like the brushes on the, you know, on the stick so that you're like back there. No, I'm sorry, that does not do the trick. This thing by Soap Sleeve is phenomenal. This is the short one. There's also a much longer one, and my back has never been cleaner or happier. It's in its entire life. Okay, oh, this is a tag to remind myself to talk to you about this. These are Lycra, like let's say leggings by Gaiam. Gaiam is the yoga brand. They do a lot of like yoga videos, and then they also wind up having yoga products. Their leggings are phenomenal. They are finally a brand of legging that, one, stay up, because it kills me to no end when I've got to pull up my leggings like the way you used to have to pull up tights when you were a little kid. So these guys stay up. They also repel all dog hair. I have never been happier with a pair of leggings. I've got every single style. There's the, obviously, like, you know, the small ankle legging, like a normal legging. There's also a yoga pant, which is kind of like a bell-bottom legging, which I wear all the time because honestly, my hips and my butt are so wide that it doesn't do any good when my ankles and my pants come to a point. I'm like an upside-down Christmas tree walking around. But I do have the regular leggings. I also have I cannot believe he's landscaping right here, right now. He just took his leaf blower and I'm like, do you not see me in front of the camera? I don't care you have a job to do. This is way more important because I'm talking about the most phenomenal leggings ever. They also have a capri style, which I've been wearing and living in all summer, which is bad because I'm really hoping I haven't gained any weight without having to put on a pair of jeans every day. I'm just in Lycra every day, so I have no idea if I'm expanding because the Lycra might be expanding and it just doesn't let me know. There's also a pair of high-waisted side ruching leggings that kind of look like tuxedo pants. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. These in particular, these were the high-rise, the mesh one, the ruching ones that I was just talking about. These were $48, but I got them at Kohl's, and if you wait for the 30% off, and then when they also go on sale, it winds up being a truly phenomenal deal. Okay, this is a drugstore mascara. This is by Rimmel. It's called Shake It Fresh. Listen to this, ready? There's like a bullet in there or something, and it enables you to kind of shake up your mascara. I kind of think this is genius. I've heard people complain about this because they say that it's a very wet formula, and I'm sorry, like I live for wet formula mascaras because I feel like they don't clump as much. It is a volumizing brush, does a very nice job of volumizing. I enjoy the shaky shake that I experience every single morning, and so I love that. Another mascara, I got 3 mascaras this month. Can you tell that I had to start my car? I needed the AC because, oh my God, it was like a sauna in here. So as I was saying, I've actually got 2 more mascaras. This is the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise Mascara. I did a review video on this. I will link it. Definitely check it out. It's actually a dupe for the Better Than Sex by Too Faced Mascara. It's just a good combination formula. It's got that kind of funky brush where it's a little bit wavy. I just touched my hand. Lost all depth perception. It's kind of got that wavy brush and gives you really good volume. You gotta kind of practice with it though, because if you don't, it can tend to get a little bit messy, and I've heard people have issue with that. But I've been wearing mascara since like I was in diapers, and so I'm pretty skilled when it comes to being able to use that mascara. But definitely check out my entire review video on it, and it'll make a little bit more sense. This is by CoverGirl. This is another new mascara that came out. It's called the Total Tease. First of all, I love the packaging. I don't usually care about packaging. I've said that before. I'm enjoying this packaging. So the wand itself is kind of crazy. Can you see that it has like a little hat almost? So it's got bristles on one side, and then it's completely naked and empty on the other side. So you're kind of using it almost like a comb. Actually, that's kind of what it looks like. It looks like a comb. And then at the very tip, it's got this other set of like little bristly spikes that wind up facing the other way. I love this mascara wand because you can totally use it to get into your inner lashes without over applying mascara to the rest of your lashes, which were much easier to reach and apply mascara to. And so this is precise mascara application, and I really appreciate the formula. It reminds me a little bit of the Supersizer formula. I have not always loved CoverGirl mascaras, but I feel like their latest releases actually wind up being pretty good. Okay, I've got another CoverGirl product. I don't usually buy that much CoverGirl stuff, and I'm loving this month. Okay, so this is called the Melting Pot. This looks like the Too Faced melted lipsticks that come in the same kind of miniature toothpaste tubing. They're calling this a gel lipstick. I love this formula. This particular color is called 105. I don't think it has a name. But it's got the same similar applicator. It's a really pretty kind of, just kind of pinky corally shade for summer. Super comfortable to wear. A lot of shine, but doesn't slip off your face. And so for drugstore pricing, I thought that was absolutely phenomenal. Oh, I found the other two Tarte Rainforest lipsticks. I told you I had 4. That was kind of like it's almost like I had a commercial in between there. I was like, stay tuned, and I'm gonna show you the other 2 shades. This one is called Salt Life, and it's kind of like a mauve-y pink. No, it's like a mauve-y gray purple. It's a very unique color. I was very excited to see that color in the color selections. And then this one is called Skinny Dip. This is the lightest one, and it's pink based, or I'm sorry, it's peach based. It does white my lips out a little bit. It's meant for either a really light, like a major smoky eye look, like when you've got like major eye makeup on and you really want to just kind of nude out your lips. That's a good lipstick for that. A lot of times I find that some of the lighter ones, they're almost a little bit too, they come off a little bit too chalky, and that one actually winds up doing a good job, but I can't wear it, especially now in the summer. Like, I can't wear it all of the time. It really has to coordinate well with the rest of my eye look, but I don't feel like returning it, and so I'm going to keep it. I've got another lippy product. This is by L'Oreal. This is their infallible kind of long wearing lipstick. I think they call it 10 hours. This is Unending Kiss and number 112. So it's a creamy formula, and I like that. I love the color too. It's kind of just like a pinky mauve color. This does not last as long as a liquid lipstick. I don't want it to last as long as a liquid lipstick, because when it lasts as long as a liquid lipstick, my lips are dying by the end of that long wearing. And so I kind of like that. I just wanted to try it. Am I so impressed that I want to run and go get 100 others? Not necessarily, but I have been enjoying, for this summer when I want something to last a little bit longer, I've been enjoying wearing that as well. But again, drugstore pricing, and so not $21, kind of like the Tarte. This is by Maybelline. This is the baby lips. They call this the Color Balm Crayon. And I always forget, it always surprises me. Oh, there we go. It always surprises me where the cap comes off. And so this is just a really pretty, I don't think it has a name, but this is just kind of the nudie shade that they have. Does it have a name? Oh, Toasted Taupe. And it is really moisturizing. This is very pale. It's very moisturizing and adds a little bit of color. Doesn't really have a smell. I thought this had a smell. It doesn't have a smell. Oh, you know what does have a smell? The Tarte lipsticks. They have the most amazing smell. Do they? Oh my gosh. Now I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone. Nope. Not the Tarte. Sorry, folks. I have apparently temporarily lost my mind. But there was a lip product, I swear, that had a really good smell. Okay. Stay tuned. Is it this one? It's this one. This is the one that has the good smell. It's just kind of, it's warm and it's like a sweet smell, but not overwhelmingly sweet. Yes, that's a good smell. It's a good smelling lipstick. Okay, a couple other things. Oh my goodness. These Pacifica makeup remover wipes, they've got coconut water in them. I got them at Ulta. They're mildly more expensive than some of the really truly inexpensive ones that you can get, but you know what I love about it? They smell so good. Like, it legit like makes me super happy when I use these at night, because to take off to take my makeup off, because I just can't get over the smell. There's nothing, I wish we could bottle the smell. I want to smell like this. I'm gonna rub this all over my body next time. So I don't mind paying a few more pennies for it, because I absolutely love the smell. And plus, coconut water is actually really good for you. I got a new brush. This is by e.l.f. This is the Ultimate Blending Brush. Super soft, non-prickly, $5 or $6 brush. I've been using it to apply my foundation ever since I bought it this past month, and I've got nothing to say about it. It's not too big, it's not too small, and it dispenses my makeup evenly and nicely, which I also think is a bonus. Plus, I cannot get over the price. I don't know how they made a brush that's so decent and so good for only like I said, $5 or $6. Oh my God, this is the story of my life. So I just put up that video about the best nighttime luscious evening moisturizers, and I mentioned in that video, I will link it, I mentioned how I put a lot of time into it, and I was so proud of my final result. It was as if I made a thesis, wrote a thesis or something. And then the very next day, no, well, soon after, not the next day, it felt like the next day considering how much time I had put into it initially, I came across is it Carez? I think it's Carez. The Wild Rose Advanced Brightening Sleeping Facial. Comes in this little jar. I had gotten a 100-point perk from Sephora of this, came in a little squeezy tube, and this is so phenomenal. My skin, what's interesting about this, first of all, I love that it's rose. Rose is hydrating. I love the smell. It's thick, but not too thick. They're calling this a sleeping facial, and it's pretty interesting because you do sense its presence ever so slightly on your skin. Like, you wouldn't want to go out in the day with this or like under your makeup for sure. But you're feeling like, it's almost like it's not even a film, because a film is a negative word, and it's not negative. It's enjoyable. You're feeling like there's something like hugging your face, and just, you know that it's going to be working on your skin for the duration. It's an amazing sensation. This was a give or take $40 or $50, so it was not cheap, but honestly, the sample made me buy it. YouTube makes me buy some things, samples make me buy some things, and that sample, I was like, I need to do it right now. Speaking of also, again, how I had made that video about some nighttime moisturizers, and this one I can use during the day, but there's a company called Nudu, Natural Beauty, Nudu. They sent me a series of facial products. One of the two that I really love are the Gentle Moisturizer and the Night Cream. And so I got the packages, so I'm going to let you know what's so great about it. The Gentle Moisturizer has softening peach kernel, camellia, and kiwi seed oils. So it moisturizes and nourishes. It's got antioxidant green coffee in it and white tea. And it's also got hyaluronic acid in it. So it's a thick moisturizer, but not too thick. I wind up sensing its presence similar to the Carez nighttime sleeping facial, and I'm taking that as a good thing, because like I said, at night I need some additional and like extra moisturization kind of at night, and so I kind of like that. I want to know that I just put work into putting stuff on my face, and that it's actually there and it's going to be doing something. The other one is the eye cream, and it's got chamomile and cucumber extracts, which are very soothing. It's also got hyaluronic acid in it as well. And so the company obviously is touting itself as a very natural brand, and I don't know, they sent it to me. I said sure. I tried it. I enjoyed it. This eye cream did not irritate my eyes. I've been using it all month, and I think it's a really good product. I appreciate when, like with the soap sleeve, I appreciate when brands that are small and starting out, I have a respect for them when they are trying to put their product out there, and they're trying to get noticed, and they're trying to build a name for themselves, because you don't get popular or famous or anything on a whim. I mean, some people do, clearly some people do, but you've got to work for it, and you can't just sit there and say, come to meet people. You've got to put yourself out there, and if a brand is willing to put the expense out and allow others to try the product, and I wind up liking the product, I will tell you, they also sent me a toner. I didn't appreciate the toner. The toner felt like it was a little bit stingy on my face, but that was probably just me. But as far as, oh, and there was also a cleanser, and I was not a fan of the cleanser as much either, but the moisturizer as well as the eye cream, I definitely enjoyed both of those. Is this my last? No, I got 2 more things. This is the Urban Decay Naked Heat palette. Like everybody else, love their palettes. I think they have really good quality shadows. What I love about this palette is that it's different. I don't really have a lot of red toned, orange toned shadows, and so yes, I bought it because of the hype. Yes, I bought it because I just had to have it. But it turns out I actually really enjoyed it, and the tones of these shadows are good enough that they don't wind up making you look sick. You know, sometimes you use like a cranberry or like a just kind of a red base shadow, and sometimes I feel like they make me look sick, like I don't feel well. But these have spun such a tone to them that they really are warm, and I think you can get some amazing eye looks. I don't have very many shadows and or palettes that kind of replicate that, and so I was like, well, that's a justification for buying it. I also got, this is another 100-point perk. This is by Hourglass, and it doesn't say what it's called. Well, this is their like lip crayon pencil. This one is called Peacemaker. And this is just a really nice wash of color. Feels really comfortable, smoothing, a little bit moisturizing even. I'm sorry I don't have more details, but like I said, and as you can tell, I'm in my car. But as far as my gut goes, it just feels really good. I've been wearing it on and off all month. A very nice, comfortable, perfect for summer when your lips might be chapped because they're so dry, sort of lip color. Oh my gosh, I think that's it. And it's funny because I have to go into work in about 4 minutes. So thank you so much for spending your time with me. I hope you enjoyed this video. I definitely enjoyed filming it. I love being chill and I love being relaxed with you, and I hope you do the same. And like I said, I'll keep going as long as you keep liking. So if you're not one of my subscribers and you want to check out my vlogs and any other beauty videos that I decide to put up, because like my motto says for YouTube, there's more to life than looking good, as evidenced by all that kind of stuff I'm talking about in my blogs. There's more to life than looking good, but you gotta look good too, and that's where I definitely take joy and pleasure in talking about all things makeup, beauty, skincare, hair, all that good stuff. So again, thank you so much for watching. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Please subscribe if you haven't and you'd like to join me again. Otherwise, have a good rest of the day. I look forward to seeing you next time. In the meantime, thanks.